Welcome everybody once again to our living room for another episode here of the Jason Coleman Show. It is Sunday show number 57 and we're so glad that you've joined us here today. This weekend, we observe the 20th anniversary of the events of September 11th, 2001. And as we look around right now at our country, there's a lot happening, from all with COVID to all of the racial injustice to the events in Afghanistan over the past few weeks to just deep division between, in politics and in everybody. But throughout all of this, though, I still look around and see so much that we have to be thankful for. I still believe in America the Beautiful. And so today's concert celebrates all that is good about America, all that can be found in our country that is still really good. There's no better example to me of what's good about America than all of those who spend their lives serving you and me. Our police officers, our firefighters, our first responders, our public servants. This past year has put in full display our healthcare workers, our teachers, and of course, all of those who have served and are serving in our armed forces, our veterans. And so I wanted all of us, as we start our special concert, our America the Beautiful concert today, to take a pause right out of the gate here to honor those who have given their lives in service to each of us. Let's have just a brief moment of silence for them. Welcome once again, everyone. If you're just jumping in here to the Jason Coleman Show, episode number 57, our 57th Sunday afternoon concert here from our living room to yours. Hope you are staying well and staying safe, and hope that you're going to enjoy our time of music here together today as we have a concert of America the Beautiful. Every week we hit a different theme here on the Jason Coleman Show, all in the style of my grandfather, Floyd Kramer. If you've missed any of our previous Sunday shows, and there's a bunch of them now, you remember you can watch any of those on my website at jasoncolemanmusic.com. All previous episodes are there to watch. If you have some time during the week and want to catch up, you can check it out there or find them here on Facebook or YouTube if you're watching there too. And it's been our pleasure over the past year and a half now, as we're still coming out of these crazy times, to bring you some music and hopefully some encouragement from us to you every Sunday. So today, as we continue here in our Patriotic Piano Concert, wanted to pay tribute now to all of our veterans who are watching right now, and to all of you who have loved ones who have served as well. I want to do that by playing for you a song to honor each of the branches of our armed forces. And we did this actually back during, when we first started these Sunday shows. I had a patriotic concert on a Sunday, and we did this back then with this next little medley, and it was really cool to see as you go along, if you will comment with the name of your service member there in the comments. It's really cool for us to all get to see that and see just this flood of comments of all those people who have served us in our armed forces. So if it's you or if it's someone you love, when you hear their branch of the armed forces here, make sure to comment their name. And the rest of us, make sure to give some love to all those people who are commenting as well. And let's celebrate now all of our veterans with these next songs. Love that song. It's a beautiful song called Ashokan Farewell. You might be thinking, where have I heard that song before? Well, it was the theme song for the Ken Burns documentary on the Civil War that so many people have seen and learned from. And for me, I thought it fit for today because you think about a time like the Civil War and so many other times of conflict here in our country. And I feel like you can learn so much about ourselves just by getting down to the basics, you know? It's like no person is better than another, whether it's, you know, your race, your gender, your politics, whatever it may be. No one's better than one another. And even though we don't always get it right, we get it wrong a lot more than we get it right here in America, it seems like. To me, that's still a promise, I guess, of this country, and I think what makes it still beautiful today, even compared to what's out there in the rest of the world. And so my encouragement to you and to myself and to all of us today is just to continue to be kind and be humble and be selfless to one another, because that's what's going to pull us out of these times of crisis, and what's going to carry us through is our love for one another and our faith in a greater calling and greater purpose, and just to move toward peace. And I believe the peace that we all long for in all of life starts with each one of us taking those steps. And that's what this next song is about. You know, this weekend does mark 20 years since the tragedy of September 11th, 2001, which is hard to believe. It's been 2 decades since then. It's a day that changed so much of what we know about even just everyday life, and it's a day that we all remember where we were when we heard the news. I actually was a senior in high school. It was a Tuesday, wasn't it? And I actually happened to be home sick that morning from school. Just had a stomach ache in the morning, and so I was going to plan to go in late to school. So I was actually home when we were watching the Today Show, and the news flash came on that, a plane had run into the World Trade Center, and of course saw the video of it happening live, and then was watching the Today Show as that second plane hit the building, and it was just a surreal moment. There's nothing like it that I can even describe to this day. And it was especially bizarre for me because I actually had been to New York City earlier that same year in 2001 on a school trip. We had visited that spring, and I have a picture of me in front of across the water there from the World Trade Center, and look at that now and think, God, we had no idea. Our hotel was right by the World Trade Center. We caught the subway below the towers there just a few months earlier than when it happened. So I didn't know, with this show today, and of course it being, this anniversary, really how to commemorate, or if I even really should. But there's one song that came to mind that sort of encapsulated all that happened at that time better than any other. And I've debated whether or not to do it because I really didn't know if I should even touch it. Alan Jackson wrote the song and recorded it, and just did a beautiful job with it. But I'm going to try it today. It's got a lot of words, so I have the words here in front of me, and this is just a small way and a simple way to pay tribute to all those who lost their lives and all whose lives have been affected by the events of September 11th. So here we go. This is in remembrance of 9/11. Where were you when the world stopped turning that September day? You in the yard with your wife and children, or working on some stage in LA? Did you stand there in shock at the sight of that black smoke rising against that blue sky? Did you shout out in anger, in fear for your neighbor? Did you just sit down and cry? Did you weep for the children who lost their dear loved ones? Pray for the ones who don't know? Did you rejoice for the people who walked from the rubble and sob for the ones left below? Did you burst out with pride for the red, white, and blue, and the heroes who died just doing what they do? Did you look up to heaven for some kind of answer and look at yourself and what really matters? I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. And I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us. The greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning on that September day? Teaching a class full of innocent children, driving down some cold interstate. Did you feel guilty 'cause you're a survivor? In a crowded room, did you feel alone? Did you call up your mother and tell her you loved her? Did you dust off that Bible at home? Did you open your eyes, hope it never happened? Close your eyes and not go to sleep? Did you notice the sunset the first time in ages? Speak to some stranger on the street? Did you lay down at night and think of tomorrow? Did you go out and buy you a gun? Did you turn off that violent old movie you're watching and turn on I Love Lucy reruns? Did you go to a church, hold hands with some strangers, stand in line and give your own blood? Did you just stay home and cling tight to your family? Thank God you had somebody to love. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. Watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. And I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us. The greatest is love. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us. The greatest is love. The greatest is love. The greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning on that September day? Oh, folks, we have a special treat for you today. Would you please make welcome on location our special guest, Mr. Avery Kramer Coleman. Avery, where are we? We're not at the big piano anymore. Where are we, bud, right now? Wait a minute. I'm trying to talk here. We are... Oh, no, wait a minute. Avery, where are we right now? We are... Oh, no, not again. Hey, are we in Avery's bedroom? Whoa. And are we playing the big piano, or are we playing Avery's... All right, just for 1 minute, then we'll play our song, bud. Then we'll play our song. Oh, no. Made a big mistake. All right, Avery. Hey, bud, we had to... Oh, folks, we have a big treat in store for you today. Would you please make welcome our special guest, Mr. Avery Kramer Coleman. Oh, yeah. Now, Avery, where are we? We're not at the big piano for our show. Where are we right now?
We're in Avery's bedroom.
We're in Avery's bedroom, and what are we playing? What is this?
I Promise by the Oak Ridge.
Oh, we have a new song for you on Avery's keyboard, which we actually got with some of the money y'all gave in the tip jar this year. So thank you for Avery. Don't do that on camera. No, we don't pick our feet on camera, bud. But I guess we are in your bedroom, so you can do whatever you want to. So Avery has a very special song for you today. What's the name of the song, Avery? Tell everybody on the blue camera. Hey, let's not do that. Tell everybody on the blue camera, what's the name of the song today, Avery?
I Promise by the Oak Ridge Boys.
Now, Avery says it's I Promise by the Oak Ridge Boys, and I promise that we cannot find a song called I Promise by the Oak Ridge Boys, and so this may very well be an original composition by Avery Kramer Coleman. Either way, it's a very uplifting song for today. So we ready, Avery? Where do we start? Right here? Here we go. What key first? What key? D. All right, whenever you're ready. What you doing? It is. Where's the key change? Is it now?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not back to the original key? When's the key change?
It's not time for the key change.
Well, keep playing.
Key change.
No key change. When's the key change?
Key change.
All right. Is the key change to the key of C? Yeah? Fade out.
The key change.
Is it fade out? Wow, how about it for Mr. Avery Kramer Coleman? Take a big bow. Take a big bow. Oh, come here, bud. Thanks for letting us come up to Avery's room and play a really cool song. Is that a song that Avery made up?
Can we have puppy?
You can have puppy. Is that a song that Avery made up all by yourself? Oh, we think so. We think so. That was beautiful, Avery. Thank you for sharing the song with us today on our very special concert. Say we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right. Thanks, bud. Very, very much. Pretty cool. I'll leave you today, as I always do here on The Jason Coleman Show, with one more very special song for you made famous by my granddad, Floyd Kramer. I'll sign off with Last Date. The Jason Coleman Show is only made possible because of your support. So here are 3 ways you can help us keep the music playing. First, you can check out my CDs and songbooks, including my new Simply Piano albums featuring the best songs from our Sunday shows. They're all available at jasonmusicstore.com. Second, the tip jar is always open at jasoncolemanmusic.com/tip if you'd like to leave a gift. And third, you can join our supporter family. This is a simple way for you to enjoy even more music from my family and me and support what we're doing in an ongoing way. For just $5 a month, supporters get private bonus concerts, behind the scenes updates, and a discount on any of my music. It's sort of like a fan club, but to Natalie, Avery, and me, you are more than just fans, you really are family. You can sign up through Facebook by clicking that Become a Supporter button, or new this year, you can join directly from my website with your card or even with a check in the mail at jasoncolemanmusic.com/join. Thanks for all your support, and thank you for watching The Jason Coleman Show.